It was not good Dota. I'm really supremely confident in CTY's ability to beat him mid.
I mean, it is a quite one-sided matchup, right? I mean, most of the intelligence mids that face up against Leshrac are naturally going to lose, but this is Storm Spirit. He has no escape mechanism, so Leshrac is just going to be able to spam out a lot of lightning bolts, and they will always bounce to Sumail because whenever you're up against Leshrac, it's all about the mid vision, right? Especially during the nighttime phase, CTY is just going to be able to spam out lightning over and over again. It just like will constantly bounce to Sumail because he's got vision over the cliff, even during nighttime.
Yeah, and he actually just narrowly misses that stun, and if it had connected, CTY probably would have walked away with the first blood, but part of the problem too with Storm, I guess, is just the low amount of move speed that you have makes the Lightning Storm even more powerful, but that's my always 1 minute analysis of Storm in the very beginning of games where he's picked, and focusing on the other lanes. Universe at top. I think PPD actually went over there and helped him. And if you look in this mid lane too.
So here's what he did. If you look at the tier 2 tower area, Tuskar can actually sit here and be able to throw ice shards.
Look at PPD. He's actually just dragging creeps. I've seen this done before, but I think this might be my first seeing it in a pro game. And PPD farming out the jungle, and he's actually making this lane winnable now for Sumail, as he took away a full lane of creeps from CTY.
Yeah, he's basically next leveling the support Tusk. He gave Universe a pretty decent lane. Unfortunately, he's going to die now, though. That's going to be our first blood. Goes to DDC. Grab his boots up. So it looks like Universe just a bit too far forward. But he set up the lane for the creep equilibrium to push forward very early on, and now he's actually helping to win the middle lane. So this is probably why EG felt maybe a bit clear through stacks.
This is what I was talking about in the very beginning of the game. I don't know if they switched to us in time, but Luna's such a weak hero that you can just rotate in and kill her, and she's not even going to have enough time to pop anything.
Nope. Immediately taken out by the snowball, and silenced up as well, unable to get.
But it shouldn't matter.
They see a lot of heroes already, thanks to this ward, which Lana just countered. Still looks like they're going to go for CTY first. DDC does not have the ultimate to counter. He just has the cold embrace, so
they're waiting for him to push up a little bit more, and EG's prepped for this, but it does look like EHOME have an understanding of what's going on, especially when they decided to de-ward that ward, but Sumail just might want to walk away with DDC at the very least.
Yeah. Smoke. Not the hero they really wanted, but it's something they just have to content themselves with.
They want to take this top tower after this gank. AUI is not even the main target here. It's just that the lane is pushing in, and this is an easy quick right after.
Good time for it. Quickly being able to burst down.
And it's so strong.
Okay.
And there's nothing on EHOME that'll instantly burst him down once he has a BKB.
What about the supporting cast of both sides? You've got the Vacuum Winter's Curse on one side, but then you've got the Storm Spirit.
Oh, PPD's going to get caught out here.
Yeah, they do have maybe a snowball to save him. No, he turns around, but he's being placed on ROTK. So CTY.
They sniped the courier too, though.
So a 5th kill finally on the board for EHOME.
Universe, I think, sniped that, yeah. He wanted to go for the Yules on Fear just to force the BKB, if anything. Oh, they see Vision as Sumail right now. CTY is going to try to Yules him from Vision, but Sumail's going to spot this coming with his Remnant.
Yeah, they actually hit PPD. Beat him with Yules. Split Earth will land this time. PPD is going to be bursting down. But at the same time, Sumail makes his interest. Nice vacuum in, but they still don't have DDC. Actually puts the Winter's Curse on Sumail. The rest of EHOME turning now to deal with him, but he managed to get the jump into the river. He's good. Meanwhile, Fear, he's popped his BKB and is trying to fight up against 3 different heroes, but BKB will run out eventually, and it seems he's just running out of time. He's going to try and finish off ROTK, but not even that is possible. EHOME do
fighting Roshan when they're behind.
Here comes 4-man smoke up. How do they lead things off here? Universe does have the Blink Dagger to start things with a jump in, EG. They actually spread themselves out. They don't realize that Roshan was actually happening, it seems like. Universe jumps forward, but there's a Blink over to the side from ROTK. PPD and some serious trouble.
Going for it right now.
Activated Lanham is actually going to be the target here on Gyrocopter for the Winter's Curse, plus the wall is going to be the target. Sumail now jumps in, going for ROTK, has to jump himself out, though, as he realizes the team fight is totally lost. EHOME will now clean up the rest of the heroes. Lanham will be taken out by Sumail, who now jumps over to get DDC as well. Still has some mana left, but hit by the Split Earth and the last couple of right clicks. Maybe not worth it to get those 2 supports, but EHOME now try and challenge for Roshan. Sumail buys back, and he's got a lot of mana. He makes a long-range jump, going for CTY, almost lands on top of him, but he does still get CTY. Now man fights against YJ.
He's up the gem too.
He's running himself out. He's low on mana, but just enough to be able to get over this cliff. So he gets the Leshrac, takes the gem. So they actually now have a Vlad's on Darkseer, another upgrade for, in particular, our Luna. And here it comes, the death push out from EHOME. It's game number 2 between Evil Geniuses. EHOME are desperate for a win. They've lost too many games that have been close. Shiva's now complete for CTY as well. YJ is already dropping a bit low. Of course, he's got a Satanic and Aegis. So if it costs him half of his HP, and yeah, and as he backs up, he immediately gets both an Urn as well as a Cold Embrace to heal him back up to full.
He still has the Manta too, so going for the high ground right here is not that big of an issue for EHOME. They just are so afraid of losing this fight.
Comes forward again, trying to
Universe on the side though.
Yeah, they try and grab him, and Sumail jumping in on DDC, but immediately the Ghost Scepter's there to be able to defend. Down, Universe still doesn't find quite the opening he's looking for, and now that that's sort of been stunted, EHOME surge right back into the enemy base. Look to be able to see that melee racks. Universe comes back in, Sumail jumping for bottom this time, but again, the Ghost Scepter is there. Sumail just has no effectiveness against that now. We do have our Luna dropping the Aegis. Fear actually gets controlled by the Winter's Curse and really doesn't do much there. YJ's going to be in a bad position because he doesn't have his BKB, but of course there's the Cold Embrace to keep him alive. Now Sumail actually hit by the Yule Scepter, plus the Split Earth combination. Controls him a little bit, but a good force tap to the side helps get him away. The ultimate out from YJ chases away the rest of Evil Geniuses, and they manage to actually do a lot, forcing EHOME to drop the Aegis and a couple of their heroes.
Oh, that bounce!
Oh, wow. Universe stuck out. Sumail's now going to jump in and going for Lana. They have a really good call down to be able to slow down the rest of EHOME. This could be EG cleaning up. They get one of the supports, but now YJ and CTY are still looking very healthy, and he's got the Satanic on top of that. Fear falls. He doesn't have a buyback. Evil Geniuses, this is just, they have too much of a deficit facing EHOME.
Satanic to get to full. Storm is still alive.
Sumail looked for an opening there on one of the supports or something, but EHOME, this was the EHOME that we saw in one of our games, and we saw certain aspects of it in many other games that they lost. They can just look so clean and crisp in their gameplay and just not make any mistakes, and it just seems like they're an unstoppable team at some point. I'm not sure what really changed between Game 1 and Game 2 for them to get that kind of mentality, but if they keep it up, I can see EHOME going very far.
Yeah, Sumail goes